Hi guys, so let's create our investment plan for 2026 together. Now, when creating an investment plan, there's always the first pertinent and important question that I tend to ask myself, which you should as well. Now, this is what do I want my money to do for me this year? Now, this is a very simple question. However, it is very important because this forms the base, the anchor, and the structure of your investment. So, do you want more income? Are you looking for growth? Are you looking for time freedom? You need to sit with yourself and decide what you want your money to do. Remember, I always say that it's the message or the errand that you send your money on, that is what is going to go and do for you, and give you results. Now, after you've done this, you need to work out three numbers. So I've worked out three numbers, which are very important to me. So the first number is how much is my monthly income, right? Is my monthly income fixed or is it variable? This is very important. Number two, how much is my monthly expense? Is my monthly expense fixed or is it variable? This is very important. And then the final number that I'm working with is how much can I contribute consistently every single month? Now, for this, I recommend you take it small, play small and easy. Look for a little base number to use so you don't put pressure on yourself. For me, I like to use a range. I could say I'm going to invest between 500 to 1K every single month. What that means is I can invest £550, or I can invest £570, or I can invest £600. So what that means is I can invest between 500 to 1K every month without feeling guilty or feeling like I haven't done enough. After you've done this, you now want to create an emergency fund. So decide how much you're going to put in your emergency fund. It could be between 3 to 6 months worth of expenses, or it could be 4 months worth of expenses. That's up to you to decide. And now you have to choose where you're going to put your emergency funds, right? So it can grow and make money for you. And then, very importantly as well, you want to now decide and determine what constitutes an emergency for you. So, for example, traveling to clear my head is an emergency, right? Sending money to loved ones can be an emergency. Investing in time specific and time bound investment is also categorized as an emergency for me. So you want to decide what constitutes an emergency for you. And now, after you've done this, you now want to go ahead and assess your risk profile. So, are you a risk averse person or are you comfortable taking risk? Now, your risk profile is also very important because it also sets the tone of your investment. So, knowing your risk profile helps you to pick and choose investment instruments accordingly because investments are categorized into high risk, medium risk, and low risk investment. So, are you a high risk investor, a medium risk investor, or a low risk investor? For example, for me, I'm a high risk investor, aggressive one, always has been, and probably always will be. So now, after you've done this, you now go ahead and set an investment structure, a very simple investment plan. Could be something as simple as, let's say, for example, if you're a medium risk investor, you can say, I'm going to invest 80% of my income, my investment income in ETFs and index funds, and the remaining 20% in the lower risk investments like treasury bill and fixed income instrument like fixed deposits. Then after you've done this, you now want to decide if you're going to be a passive investor or an active investor. This will also tell you where to put your money. So if you want to invest passively as a medium risk investor, you're better off doing index funds and ETFs. If you're an active investor, then of course you can choose individual stocks, right? And most importantly and finally, you want to set rules for yourself. I always say that what determines what you get as an investor is your attitude. 80% your attitude and time and then strategy, right? So your attitude are things you can control. So investment is 80% psychology, 20% the rest strategy. So things you can control. So set rules for yourself. So here are some simple rules I set for myself. Simple things like I am going to invest consistently no matter what. I am not going to be greedy. I am not going to have fear of missing out. I am not going to go out of my way to chase hype or chase the latest hot stock or trends. I am going to be focused. I am going to stick to my investment plan and I'm going to stick to my investment strategy. If for any reason I need to change how I invest, I probably need to rebalance my investment portfolio.